Now guys, we go to the next section. The next section is tree diagram. So if you roll a dice and flip a coin, the sample space diagram could look like this. We already learned this in the previous lesson. It will be H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. Yeah. So this method is called sample space diagram, or I usually call this as a table of probability. But for today, we're gonna learn about a tree diagram. The tree diagram for that situation will be like this. We'll have a coin and also a dice. Yeah, for the coin, we'll have head and tail, and then the branches of the head will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the dice, and the branch for the tail also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the outcomes will be like this. As you can see, the outcome is the same with the table probability. That means you can use tree diagram or a table to list the outcomes. And then the next one is calculating probability from tree diagram. For the first questions, two coins are tossed together. Draw a tree diagram to find the probability of getting two tails. Okay, so I will draw the tree diagram first. That means this one is the first coin, and then this one is the second coin. For the first coin, we'll have head and tail. For the second coin, we'll have head, and tail. Okay, and then the branches will be like this, like that, like this. Okay, good. And then next is to find the probability, you have to list or you have to label all of the branch or all of the path with the probability itself. Yeah, for the head, for the first coin, it will be half. This one also half, because there is only one out of two head. Yeah, so the second will be half and half. This one also half and half. Okay, and then you only have to take a look at the path that the question wants. The question wants you to find two tails. That means the path will be this one. Two tails means half times half equals to 1 over 4. Yeah, you only have to see the path and then multiply the probability. And then second is the one head and one tail. For one head and one tail, we have two paths right here, like this. Yeah, so you have to calculate it twice, like half times half for the first one, and then half times half again for the second one. This one is 1 over 4, this one is 1 over 4, and then you have to add the probability. You'll have half as the final result. And then next is example question 2. The questions already give you the tree diagram, so we don't have to draw the tree diagram anymore. The question wants you to find the probability that at least one calf is female. Okay, at least one. At least one will be one female calf. That one, this one. Okay, that's a lot of them. Yeah, that means we can use the complement probability. Yeah, the event that is not happen. That means if the question wants you to find the at least one calf is female, you only have to find all of male. Yeah, this one. This is the probability of event that is not happens. Yeah, at least one female. So you will write it like this: P female is greater than or equal to 1 is the same with 1 minus probability of female equals to 0, right? That means all of them is male. That means the probability will be, oh, I forgot to put this one. So that part will be half times half times half. Yeah, so this is the smart way to solve this problems. So you have 7 over 8 as the result. Okay, this is the first one, and then the second one is two calves are female. Two calves are female will be this one, and that one. Okay, so we have three possibilities. Yeah, two calves are female. Okay, So for the first one is half times half times half. The second one is half times half times half again, and then the third one is half times half times half. You can calculate it like that and then you add them together, or you can simply times it by 3. So you have 3 over 8 as the result. Okay, and then C, the first and the last born calf have same sex. Okay, so the first and the last, yeah, so it will be this one, and then this one also, and then for this one it will be this one and that one. Okay, so we have half times half times half. We are lucky because all of the numbers is the same, so we can just simply multiply it by 1 2 3 4. We have 4 possibilities, just multiply it by 4, so you have 1 over 2 as the result. Okay, next is conditional probability. We already learned the independent event before, the event that the first one is not affect the second one. Yeah, for the conditional probability, it will be the reverse of that concept. So if the probability of an event depends on the outcome of a previous events, then the probability is said to be conditional probability. For two events A and B, P be given that A has happened refers to the conditional probability of B happening given that A has already happened. So A happens first and then B. To find the probability of B given that A has happened, use the rules of this one. The PA slash B equals to PA intersect B over PA. So the idea is when you have given that A, that means the over will be over PA also. Yeah. Example question 1. A bag contains 21 balls. There are 12 blue balls and 9 green balls. Oh, sorry, this one is L. Without looking, 2 balls are removed one after the other without replacing them. Draw a tree diagram. Okay, let's draw the tree diagram first. We have to take it twice. So first take and the second take. For the first one, you will get either blue or green, and for the second one also the same, either blue or green. It's just like this. Okay, this is the branch. Okay, done. And then for the blue balls, you will have 12 over 21. 12 over 21. That means when you simplify it, you will have or maybe just leave it like that because that is not our final answer. Yeah, so this one will be 9 over 21, and the question says without replacing them. So after you get blue balls, you will not replace or you will not put it back to the bag. Yeah, so for this one, after you get the blue, for the second blue it will become 11 over 20. For the third, for the second green, it will be the same with the number of green, which is 9, but the total will be only 20. For this one is 12 over 20, and for this one is 8 over 20 because we already took one green. And then we have to answer the questions B. For question B, find the probability that both balls are blue given that. So the keyword is given that. When you see given that, you have to use the formula. So what is the formula? P, both balls are blue, that means BB, slash the second ball is blue. So the second ball is blue. This is how you translate the sentence, yeah. And then you only have to input it into the formula. The formula says the intersection, the second blue divided by the probability of the second blue. So for the intersection, you only have to find the path that will give you both blue and blue, and also the second is blue. Yeah, so blue and blue, the second is blue, will be this one. This path will satisfy both of them, so you have to choose that path. So the probability will be 12 over 21 times 11 over 20. and then you have to divide it by the probability of the second blue. For the second blue, you have to choose this one. This is the second blue, and also the second blue is this one, right? So you have to choose both of them. That means for the bottom part, you will have 12 over 21 times 11 over 20, and then plus 9 over 21 times 12 over 20, and then you only have to calculate this. And the final answer is 11 over 20. So this is how you do BI. And then next is BII. For the BII, the first ball is blue. Wait, let me erase this one first. So the first ball is blue, given that. So we see another given that. That means we have to use the formula. Yeah. Let's write down the notation first. The first ball is blue. You will write it like this. Given that means slash. And then one ball is green and the other is blue. So one blue, one green. Okay. Doesn't have to be in that order, but actually one blue or one green. Yeah. And then the formula says you have to find the intersect of the first blue, intersect with one blue or one green, divided by the probability of one blue and one green. Okay, let's calculate this. Okay, first we have to choose the path of the first is blue, intersect with one blue and one green. So both of them have to be satisfied in our path. Yeah, first blue, and then the first blue is this one, and then we have to choose the one blue and one green. That means we cannot go right there because we'll have two blue, there is no green. The question wants you to find one blue, one green, but the first one have to be blue. So that is the intersection. 12 over 21 times 9 over 20, and then divided it by one blue, one green. That means this one and that one. Yeah. So the second one will be 12 over 21 times 9 over 20 plus 9 over 21 times 12 over 20. Okay, let's calculate this. And the result is half. Okay, we'll go to the next example question. Next is this one. In a group of 50 students, 36 students works on a tablet computer, and then 20 works on laptop, and 12 works on neither of this. So this type of question usually involve the Venn diagram. So you have to draw the Venn diagram first. It's just like this, and then there is 50 students for the total, and then we have two circles, one for the tablet computer and the second one for the laptop. So we have 36 for the circle of tablet, and then for the laptop we have 20 for the whole circle, and then 12 is neither. That means the intersection will be x. You have to minus this one with x, minus this one with x, and the total of them have to be 50. Yeah, so 36 minus x plus 20 minus x, and then plus 12 equals to 50. And then just calculate this. We have 56 plus 12 is 68, and then minus x equals to 50. So x equals to 18. That means this one is 18, this one is 18, this one is 2. The question wants you to find the probability of works on tablet and laptop. So you have to choose both of them, tablet and laptop. That means this one, yeah, 18. That means the probability of the first one will be 18 divided by the total. The total is 50, and then you have to simplify this, divided by 2, 9 over 25. B, at least one type of computer. One type of at least one. So it can be one type only, or both of them. Yeah, so this one. So you have 36, 38. 38 divided by 50 divided by 2, you'll have 19 over 25. C, works on a tablet given that. Nah, for these questions, you read given that. That means you have to use the formula. First is work on tablet, and then given that means slash works on laptop. That means the formula said that the top one will be tablet intersect with laptop over probability of laptop. Okay, so first is probability of intersection. We already did the intersection before. That means the first one, 18 over 50 divided by the probability of laptop. Laptop means this one, yeah. Laptop means this one. That means 20 over 50. We can cross out the 50 and then simplify this. You will have 9 over 10. There you go. And then the last one is does not work on laptop. Given that, we read given that also in these questions, so we have to translate it first. P does not work on laptop slash works on tablet. That means you have to find the probability of not work on laptop intersect with the tablet over probability of tablet. Okay, not laptop intersect with tablet. Not laptop intersect with tablet is this one. Yeah, so it's 18. It's 18 over 50 divided by the probability of laptop. The laptop itself is 20 out of 50. So it's the same as before, 9 over 10. Nah, we already finished the chapters. That means you'll have a test maybe in next week. I hope that you can understand my explanations well. If you cannot, just ask me. Thank you guys. Bye bye.